What's up, y'all? Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. As always, if you could, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you stay up to date with all of my future Teachable Tuesdays content. This is going to be the last AITJ of the week. On Saturdays, we're still going to be doing our Teachable Tuesdays Car Ride Chronicles, and which will be a Car Ride Chronicles story time. I haven't quite thought about what story time I want to do just yet, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. But anyways, so we already know what AITA stands for, but we're changing the A to J, or in this case, the AH into the J. So we got another AH again. They really trying to make it clear what the AH means, right? So the title of the story is, Am I the Jerk for Telling My Sister to Cancel? Wait, nope, hold up. My bad. That was yesterday's. Oh, Lord. Sorry. Give me a second. No, I'm not redoing this, by the way. I want that to stay in there. Just let y'all know that mistakes do happen. So, am I the jerk for ruining a hibachi dinner? Oh, my gosh. I was about to read the one from yesterday. By the way, if you didn't check out the one from yesterday, be sure to check that out. I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy it. And for those of you tuned in for all of them so far, thank you. Appreciate it. So, I'm going to try to leave my commentary out of this one until the very end because this is a very interesting one. All right. So it says, I, 52-year-old woman, and my husband, 49-year-old man, have been together for over 20 years. Okay, this is the one thing I'm going to say. That's a long time. Awesome. He has been out of work, but I make enough to keep us going. Okay. Last week was rough for me at work. I was initially blamed for something my predecessor did. It got straightened out, but there were a lot of meetings, calls, and emails, and I was scared I could lose my job. So Friday night, I just wanted a quiet night at home. My husband wanted to go to his favorite hibachi place. Oh, we don't go out to eat much anymore, but I was so tired, he kept pressing, saying, all you have to do is sit there and eat. So I said, okay. The hibachi place was loud and crowded. But being just the two of us, we didn't wait long and were seated with a boisterous group of 6. The chef came out. As he started cooking, he looked at me and asked if I was okay. I nodded and said, yes, I am fine. Thank you. He nodded and started bantering with the group of 6. A few minutes later, the chef again asked if I was okay. I assured him, yep, I'm good. He then said, you don't look like you feel good. I've been told that time and time again. I have a resting you-know-what face. So I tried to smile and said again, that was fine. When the chef turned back to the group of 6, he grinned and then looked at me yet again. And this time said, are you mad? I was taken aback and said, nope. He mugged at the group of 6. And then to me, he said in the comic voice, are you sure you're not mad? Are you mad at me? The group of 6 chuckled. One of the women in the group of 6 said, oh, don't worry about her. She's just, and here's where I may be the jerk, because I didn't hear what she actually said after that. There was a burst of noise that, for me, drowned her out. All I know is that after she finished her sentence, the chef and the group had a hearty laugh while looking at me. I was feeling so beat up from the week, I was mortified to feel myself turning red and tearing up. So I told my husband to box up the food because I'd be waiting in the car for him. I was getting out of my chair when my husband hissed at me to sit down and stop making a scene. I said, I'm not going to sit here and be made fun of. My husband said, nobody's making fun of you, just eat your dinner. I ended up sitting through the rest of the meal in the restaurant. The mood at the table turned very sedate. Communication became hushed, voices and gestures. Nobody hung around long after the food was distributed, and pretty much everyone, myself included, just put everything in to-go boxes and left. In the car, my husband complained I'd ruined dinner. I asked him what the woman said about me after the don't worry about her, she's just, and my husband would only say it was nothing and it wasn't anything to get mad about. I kept after him to tell me exactly what she said, and he finally admitted that he hadn't heard her either, but it didn't matter. It wasn't worth me ruining the dinner for the whole table. Am I the jerk? No, you're not the jerk. And guys, I was trying so hard. I'm pretty sure you can see it on my face, y'all. Oh, I got so many things I want to say. First of all, the husband's in the wrong here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. The husband's in the wrong. Your wife has been working all day, right? She told you she had a long week at work. I'm pretty sure as the week has gone on, she's told you how her week's gone. She said, hey, I just need a night alone. Listen, I'm not married, but a part of marriage, as far as what I do know, is sacrifice, right? And if your husband or your wife is in distress, your job is to calm down that situation. And well, I wouldn't say calm down the situation, but try to do things to mitigate what's already going on, right? So I think a better solution to that would have been, you know what, as bad as I want to go to this hibachi restaurant, my wife ain't really feeling it right now. Let me just go ahead and see if I can do something for her. You know, hey, babe, I know you had a long week. Is there anything I can do to you? I know you say you want a nice quiet. Can I cook for you? Can I order you some food? Can I pick you up something? You know how much better that would have made her feel? That would have made her. One thing that I know about women for sure, is that women want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? In that moment, you would have made her seen. The fact that you kept saying, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't care how bad you want to go to this restaurant. She'd have had a long week. Sacrifice one night to make your wife feel better, to make her feel like she is seen. You know what I'm saying? That she's not looked over. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, the husband was definitely in the wrong for pressuring her to go out. I don't think she necessarily ruined the dinner. I think she just, you know, she was not in the greatest mood. She already didn't want to go there. And then, you know, he was saying it was something that she shouldn't have worried about. And why didn't you just answer the first time that you didn't know? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, again, I don't think she was in the wrong. I think he was in the wrong for really just trying to convince her to go out, knowing that she didn't want to go out. And I can't even say convince because, again, she didn't want to go. She just did it so he would shut up, apparently. But that's not right. Let's read what the update says. So, update. Since posting, I've commented here and there. But I think most of my comments have gotten lost to see other amazing comments. So this is just a few things to add. First and foremost, a huge thanks to everyone who read this and offered their perspective. I especially appreciate the reassurances and hugs, but I also value everybody's perspectives as well. These perspectives had not occurred to me. I was willing to make myself less happy in a misguided attempt to make my husband more happy. So we both made bad choices that night. I'm not giving up on convincing him to try therapy. And in the meantime, I continue my therapy and trying to always remember the airplane oxygen mask rule. I have to take care of myself first before I can take care of others. Good advice for everyone, and thanks again. So, okay, so obviously, maybe I skipped over some things, maybe, but it sounds like there's a lot of challenges going on. But yeah, at the end of the day, ma'am, the husband should have respected the fact that you didn't want to go out. You had a long week of work, especially since he's not working. You know what I'm saying? The least thing you can do if either spouse is not working, the least thing they can do is make sure that accommodations are good for when you arrive at your home base. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think she was a jerk. Let's read what some of these comments have to say, and I'll offer my 2 cents, some more of my 2 cents, and then we'll head on out. So, Erase Stars said, not the jerk. Your husband definitely was for insisting on going out despite you not wanting to. And I know the hibachi chef was probably just trying to do his job, but he could have also read you better and not tried to engage you after you pushed back twice. Yeah, the chef was the jerk. The chef was the real jerk. Because you got to, I'm sorry, sir, you got to read body language. Just putting it out there. Love Me Some Moch says, the chef probably doesn't have to deal with a lot of people who have been arm wrestled into eating out. Excuse me. I guess his routine is usually helpful for patrons to shake off a slightly bad mood. And I get it. Once, yeah, but after the second time, just let it go, buddy. Just let it go. Marion plus 8474 says, not the jerk. Pretty much everyone else in the story sure sucks. Your husband is the worst for insisting you go out when you were not feeling up to it, and for insisting you just sit there while being made the butt of the joke. There was definitely not some place where you just sit and eat. The chef sucks for continuing to harp on the joke when you clearly did not find it funny. The rest of the people suck for joining in the mockery. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that one. Creative Joe says, not the jerk. Your husband let strangers belittle you. Now, let me stop right there for a second. I wouldn't say that he let strangers be, because the husband clearly didn't hear what the other people were saying. But I think at that point, it was the husband's job that once she started feeling really uncomfortable, the husband could at least scored some brownie points back by saying, you know what, babe, I see where this is going. Sir, we just gonna get the food to pack up. You sure? Yeah. Just give us the food to pack up, and then we gonna head on out. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, do you know what sunk cost fallacy is? It's the idea that we should just stay in a relationship with something costing us something because we've already put in time. You're the breadwinner, your job sounds stressful, you come home to a man who gets pissy because he wanted to go out to eat on your dime. I'm hoping this is a one-off, because otherwise I implore you to consider how quiet your life would be if you were just taking care of you. And we'll read one more. Not the jerk. I encourage you to stand up for yourself, particularly towards your spouse. He checks your notes, not contributing to the household, knows you had a bad week, forces you to go out somewhere you don't want to go. Plus, hibachi of all restaurants is the worst place you could pick. He could have forced it. Lest you get made fun of for the butt of all table jokes and then blames you for getting upset. Your husband is clueless, and you should make that known to him that your feelings are hurt. So, I guess the thing that bothers me the most in this is the fact that, I get it. People get fired from their jobs all the time. People get laid off. We don't know what the husband's situation is. But it's just the fact that as a man, right? First of all, I don't feel comfortable knowing that I'm married and I ain't got no job. Right? And the fact that she said in the beginning he hasn't worked in a while, is he actively trying to apply for jobs? Now, we don't know. So I'm not going to judge that portion. But what I do know is I'm going to make sure while I'm looking for that job that my wife is well taken care of on other ends as much as I possibly can until I'm the breadwinner again. And that includes making her feel comfortable. Meaning if she had a long week at work, I'm not finna, push her to go out. Especially just because I want to go out. No. She had a long week at work. Baby, let me take care of you. What can I do? Let me know. So those are just my thoughts. This bothered me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I try so hard to not say nothing. But this is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. As always, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, stay up to date with all my future Teachable Tuesdays content. We will be back on Monday with more Am I the Jerk videos. Remember tomorrow, Teachable Tuesdays Long Car Ride Chronicles, episode 57. Going to do a little bit of a story time. Sunday will be a regular video if I put out a video on Sunday. And then Monday we'll be back at it again. So until next time, peace, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.